Hello everybody, well it's Danny G, Viking Golf Channel. Oh, another video from the Danny G on the Golf Channel. This video is just a basic rundown really of the swing. I've got my loft wedge because I'm on the field, right? I hit my loft wedge about 50 freaking yards just straight up in the air, and there's houses around me and everything. I don't want to knock anybody out, I don't want to kill anyone or smash anybody's car to bits or, you know, take a pigeon out the sky or something, do you know what I mean? So I've got my loft wedge because I can't really hit it too far, right? I'm going to walk through the basic swing mechanics with you, right? Now bear in mind, on your way in, if you'd hit the like button, yeah, subscribe, and also hit the bell so you are notified every single time I do a video, man. Because you don't want to miss a Danny G video because it's never normal, man. Do you get what I mean? Even though I'm doing golf tutorials, they have the energy of Valhalla. Right, so I'm going to walk you through the swing. First of all, grip, right? When you're gripping the golf club, yeah, right? This is for right-handers. If it's left-handers, you'll just change it over. So, for the grip, the club wants to go there. It does not want to be in the palm, okay? If it's in the palm, it's going to be a weak grip. It does not want to be in the palm. It wants to lay across the fingers. Then the fingers wrap round and the thumb goes down, okay? That is the grip, yeah? Don't worry about my club head at the moment. I'm not worrying about that. I'll change that in a minute. So this, I just want to show you this on camera. So look, here look, grip, thumb, okay? Finger off, you see? Little finger, locked with that finger. Now, do you see how this club is also fitting straight down that same line as them two fingers? Then my fingers go round and my thumb will just lock in place. And what I am looking for is, you see this, that when put down will be facing my right armpit. This also, you see this one when put down will be facing my right armpit. And that's how I know I'm locked in the perfect position grip wise, okay? That is the grip. Now, when you're gripping it, you're not trying to like grip it. You're not doing this. You're not doing that, okay? It's a hard enough grip. Move. It's a hard enough grip to make sure that you have got control of the club and it's not going to come out your hands, okay? But the grip is only hard enough to make sure that the club will not come out your hands. It won't slip. It'll stay in line, okay? That's as hard as you need to grip though. You're not gripping like this, because if you grip really hard, you put tension through your arms, tension into your shoulders, tension everywhere. And then when you swing, it will be stiff. That's not the way we want to swing. Plus, to create power and whiplash through the shot, you want to try and stay as loose as you can. But we'll go to that in a minute. Now, you've got your grip. Now set up to the ball. The lower the club, so when you have like a loft wedge, going all the way up to say a driver, right? The bigger the club, the more space you will create from the club, from your arm to your body effectively. Come around here, Tom, right? So basically, if this was a driver now, my driver distance is about here. You see how much room I've created here, right? It's because it's a bigger club, it's going to take a bigger arc, okay? But when it's like a loft wedge, when you're going down to the lower clubs, I'd say from an 8-iron downwards, you want to be more over the club. So my arm is not directly straight like this, because if it was, the club would be interfering with my legs, right? But my arm is still locked in the position it needs to be in, but I'm very close. So my arm is virtually straight. Do you see the distance? This is a key, you know. This is something that's very key that people do not understand. If you try and use a loft wedge and you're out here and you've got this much distance, you've got no chance, man, right? But if you try to use a driver with this much distance, you've got no chance. So remember that, it changes per club, okay? The higher you go in the clubs towards driver, the more distance you have from arm to body. The lower you come in the clubs from driver to loft wedge, yeah, the less distance you have. That is how it is. That's an important thing. Now, when addressing the ball, the line of where you're going to be aiming, your body, your shoulders, everything, is going to depend on your feet. Now, the way we create a line in golf is you're not just looking and then putting your feet down, because that ain't going to work, yeah? Your line is this. That. Let me turn it the other way around. That there is your line. So you see the end of my shaft? That is where the ball's going to go. If I swing straight and keep my body in line, that is where the ball's going to go. That's where I'm aiming. If I want to aim further right, watch. Now I'm aiming over there. Yeah? Now how do you do this? Because looking from here to your target, 100 yards away, 200 yards away, 300 yards away, how are you going to line your feet up with that target by looking like that? You're never going to be able to do it. So there's a way to do it. And the way to do it is, if I want to line my feet up with, let me pick something that's quite close so that you can see the lining process. I'll tell you what, that tree over there. So come behind me this way, Tom. So you see that tree there? That tree, the first tree with like the reddish, purplish leaves, yeah? So if I want to line myself up with this tree, I'll put a ball on the floor so you can have a proper representation. So my ball's here, right? I want to line that up with the bark of that tree. You might have to zoom in for this one, right? Just when I put my feet in position and put the club down, but just zoom in so they can see the line, so they can see the bark. Right, if I want to line myself up with the bark of that tree, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand behind my ball. I do this on every shot. You see me do it all the time, right? I'm going to stand behind the ball and I'm going to pick something on the floor just in front of my ball that is in line, that I can create a line from here. I can create a line, right? From ball to my object, okay? I am going to pick an object just in front of my ball on the line of that tree, okay? So for me, it is this piece of grass. So this piece of grass right here, okay? That's my line. So now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to try and line my feet up with that because that's really hard to do. I'm going to line my club face up with that mark. Come here, Tony, and get over the ball. Now look, if I turn my club face there, I'm here, right? If I turn my club face there, I'm here. I want it here. Look at my club face. So now my club face is lined up with my finger. So now I'm lined up. Now what I've got to do from this position now is line my feet with my club face. So, because my club face is right here, right? It's on the same angle as my feet. So I can line my feet with the club face. So what I'm going to do is, it's hard to see because it's in thick grass. If I was on a fairway, I could do this a lot more accurate. But I think that is about it. Now, if I put my club on the floor, and let's see where it's aiming. Come here, bub. So I'm aiming about 10 foot left, but I'm not far off my line. Yeah, if you see, I'm not far off the line of the first tree. I'm a little bit left. But that is basically how you line your shot up, to be there or thereabouts. Believe me, if I was on a fairway and I could see the bottom edge of my club, I'd be a lot closer than that. But that's how you do it. So once you've got your line, so basically, you're going to create your distance. Don't forget this is a loft wedge. So I want to be quite close to the ball, so there's not much distance here between my arm and the thing. So I'm effectively over the ball. From this position, my legs, right? So this is the distance, by the way. This is the distance. This is the distance that my body and everything wants to be away, okay? Then my feet want to be shoulder width or just outside of shoulder width apart. If you don't have much mobility in your left knee and your left hip, you can turn your foot out here so that it's easier to clear on the front swing, okay? Because transference of body weight is so important. Then from here, I don't need to do this, so I'll just go like this, yeah? Then from here, right? From here, what you are effectively trying to do is your left arm. If you are right, if you're left-handed, it's the opposite way. Just switch everything around. Your left arm now wants to stay straight, right? This wants to stay straight. Now, if you try and come too far, you've got to bend that fucker, right? You don't want to bend it, right? So from here, you want to come. Now, you're not coming out here. You're not coming around here. You want to come so that basically, the way I look at it from behind the ball, if I'm going to actually, I mean, my swing just does this, but if I was going to set up and I was going to think about it, I would want this thumb to come just in front of my toe here, if I was looking at it. So if I wanted to practice my takeaway would be there, 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 there. Once I get a feeling for that takeaway, then I'm just going to extend it a little bit further. So, there, there, there. Now, do you notice how I'm letting my hip turn and clear? This leg is straightening, this leg is bending, yeah? And then from here is a simple case of reversing everything. So here, 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 here. Now the thing with the backswing and the follow through is when you are coming back to here, whatever angle you bring this back on, your front swing has to come on the same angle. It needs to be like a literal circle that is this way. It's hard to explain, but that is the way it is. So your front swing wants to be the same as your backswing. It wants to be mirrored, okay? Another big important thing about this is when you are transferring your body weight, the simplest way to describe this is this hip wants to go here. So stand at the front there, Tom, and film me from the front, from there. I'm not going to hit the ball, right? So this hip, yeah, wants to transfer to here, square with my target. Right, now that is the easiest way to explain weight transfer to you in golf, right? My hips want to be straight to my target, okay? If you end up here, you will hit it right and probably scoop it in the air. If you come too far around here, you will send it left and you'll probably hit it low, okay? So the idea is here, through. Clear, but don't twist too much. Don't twist too little. Don't twist too much. Don't twist too little. You want this and your shoulders and your chest to be straight to the target. Now when people, one last thing before I'm going to hit like a few balls to show you, right? When people talk about keeping your eye on the ball, bring the camera close. Now say if I couldn't see the logo and the ball was like that, yeah? What I would do is, this is how I do it, you know. I generally look at the ball during setup, so I just look at the ball, set myself up, get my feet all square to my target and whatever. And then what do I do? When I stare at the ball, you'll see me do this. Stay there, just look, just put the camera up on my head. Just put the camera up on my head. So you'll see me do this. Set myself up and then go. And when you see my head go from there to there, I am now staring, bring the camera here. I'm staring at that one circle. Just that, I'm not staring at the ball no more. I'm not staring at a circle at the back. I'm not staring at a circle at the front. I'm staring at a circle directly on top of the fucking ball. And I'm staring at that. And then when I swing, when you see me hit the ball now, when I swing, my eyes will not leave the floor until after I've hit the ball. It's ever such a split second, but believe me, if you slow it down, my eyes do not leave the floor until after I've hit the ball. That is very important, or you won't hit it for shit. Right, now after explaining all that, I'm going to let you see the swing in action. Okay? Let me just find a safe spot. Just find a safe spot. Down there should be alright. Right, so loft wedge is one of the hardest clubs in the bag to hit by. I'm just looking to, so you'll see this go straight up in the air. Yeah, this is what you want from a loft wedge, straight up. So get your position, right? Get your position behind the ball. Here. See how my arm is quite close to my body? It's not straight, but there's not much of a gap. Okay? I'm in the right position. My hands are locked in position. Okay, they're in the perfect position. Yeah? My hands are locked. My back, my posture, this is an important thing, I didn't say it. Your back has to be dead straight. Arse stuck out. Knees slightly bent. Okay, and then from here, we're just going to keep his eye on the ball. Left arm straight. Tick. Tuck. Right up in the air. This is the thing with my loft wedge. I'm not even going to hit a full shot because I don't want to risk hitting anybody, but watch how high this fucking thing goes. Watch. Tick. Tuck. And it went a little bit further, so that was a 25 yard, a 35 yard, now we'll do a 45 yard. Tick, tuck. That was good mission. Again, right. Tick, tuck. So they've all landed the same distance from different distances. So yes, that is, here, I'll keep the camera on actually. That is 101 of the golf swing. That is like the first lesson I'll give you. I will go into finer points as we go along. I'm going to call this golf lesson number 1. Now bear in mind, I'm not a professional, but I'm pretty good at the game. So if you're a beginner or you're an intermediate player, you will be able to learn a lot from me. If you're like a pro, I mean, I don't know if you play under an 8 handicap or under a 6 handicap. I don't know if you'll learn anything from watching me, but you might. Do you know what I mean? Because I am good at the game. I'm not as good as you. I'm not a pro by any stretch of the imagination. But definitely for beginner to intermediate players, watching me and listening to what I have to say will definitely help your game. It really, really will. Same as I watch and listen to people who are better than me. I'm always doing it. I'm always watching people and listening to people who are better than me to improve my own game. And then hopefully I can pass those tips on to you through the camera. I hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. There's loads more to come. There'll be a live golf game that Tony will film probably next week in the afternoon that you'll get to see. I'll play 9 holes on live for you. And if you like these videos, please let me know in comments and I'll do more. Have a lovely day, man. Stay strong. Be a beast. And I'll see you all in Valhalla. Me, you, Odin and Thor will have a 4-ball. You know I'm winning, right? Enough love and respect. Peace out.